I know it exists. Okay. Mr. Falk, I was reading in the files about you, and you were a political science major. Were you going to be like a future Newt Gingrich or something? What was the plan?
No, I was posing as an efficiency expert. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just stalling, but that's where I ended up.
Do you remember any of your political science classes? Did you learn anything?
Oh, goodness. I have a master's degree in public administration. Did I learn anything? No. No. And I got this job, and I didn't.
So it could have been Mayor Falk.
Could have been. The problem was that underneath, I wanted to be an actor, but I certainly wouldn't tell anybody else. But the problem was I wouldn't tell myself. I wouldn't admit it to myself. Fear of failure.
But you've had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
It's paid better than being in politics.
Yes. Oh, yes. It certainly has. And, you know, I guess I was 25, 26 years old, and Eva Gallion, Eva Gallion, folks, she was a great actress, and she was like one of the leading ladies in Broadway in the 30s and the 40s. And when she said I should be an actor, I finally believed somebody, and I quit and became an actor.
You know, you're in my favorite film of all time.
What's that?
It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
Oh, my goodness. That was one of the first films. That was hilarious.
That movie has always worked for me. If I've ever even been a tiny bit depressed, I've put it in, and by 30 minutes in, I'm having a great time as I did the first time I saw it with my parents.
That was a picture with every comic in the world was in that picture. I'll tell you one quick story about that picture. Terry Thomas, the guy with the missing tooth in front. We were driving in a car, and Ethel Merman was in the car, and Terry Thomas was in the front seat, and he was talking, and Ethel Merman said, what'd you say, Terry? I didn't, and he said, oh, Ethel, he said, I was just talking. I wasn't listening.
And people tell me that Milton Berle always tried to upstage everybody, no matter what the director said.
That's right. That's right. Oh, yes.
Was that fun to make, or was it kind of crazy, or did you not appreciate it at the time?
Oh, no. I mean, all those comics used to gather in the back of the truck, and they all used to outdo each other. There was this huge truck in there. All 20 of them were in there. It was hilarious.
Boy, I would have given it. You couldn't have a movie like that today. No. If you try to get all the contemporary comics today, it costs you $2 billion and never get made.
Right.
It's amazing. Columbo, that thing's going to follow you forever, and you'll always be Columbo. I guess that's a good thing. What's your relationship with that guy?
Oh, I love Columbo. I don't love Columbo any more than I love Rocky, though. That's the part that, you know, in this picture, Roommates, that character is a character that I love with all my heart because they threw away the mold when they made that guy.
So you're looking forward to being an old man, huh?
Well, if I could be like Rocky, I would.
Well, you can.
I can.
I mean, I guess we all have we have some control of how we want to act.
Yeah, maybe. You know, can I show the audience this here? This picture, Roommates, is inspired by this man right here. This little guy right here. And this guy is 5'1", 110 pounds, and he lived to be 107 years old. And when he was 95, they forced him to retire, and he started to moonlight. He was a master baker. And when his grandson was 22 years old and going to college, he was the grandson's roommate.
What'd you learn from this guy? What'd you take with you?
Oh, what did I take with me? I don't know. I guess I reacted the way the audiences react, in that they're so emotionally affected by this guy. And but exactly what you feel, I was uplifted by him because, as I was saying a moment ago, it's very pessimistic out there today. It's hard to feel up. But if the tribe can produce somebody like this man, it is uplifting.
I was so impressed with, there's a message in there about nothing's more important than family.
Nothing is more important.
You get drummed in your head on that, and that's true, and it's a message that we're kind of missing sometimes today.
Well, he's the kind of man that you want to strangle him because he's so outrageous, he's so opinionated, in some sense he's so narrow-minded, but in the time of crisis, he reveals the wisdom of a Buddha, and he held that family together, and he was 103 at that time. That's rare. He's an extraordinary man.
Yeah, I guess he was from a generation, too, that was a little bit hard to say, I love you, and be mushy.
He had no truck with cheap sentiment. What he felt was genuine. It came from the inside. And he had the type of personality that he didn't alter it. It didn't make any difference. He could be talking to the Queen of England. There's a thing in here where he wrote to President Ford, "Dear Jerry, I mean, I knew your father. He sold me paint, and I sold him a birthday cake, whatever it was. He's the same. He's all impulse. He knows exactly who he is."
He was a great cook. Now, I don't want to have to be depending on you to cook
Right.
anything, unless I would like a pork chop, right? Is that pretty much all you can cook? You're a master pork chop maker?
When I was in the Merchant Marine, that's all I cooked.
Can you cook
That
a
was
pork
my
chop now
specialty.
if we had to?
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir. I could make a great pork chop. Yes, sir, I could.
Well, I look forward to coming over your place and have pork chops sometime.
I used to cook 2,000 pork chops a day.
Wow. That would probably make you not want to have a pork chop.
I didn't eat them. I didn't say I ate them.
Poor guy. All right. Thank you a lot.
You're welcome.